How's it going, guys? AZPlow21 back again with another local to global episode here, streaming here on YouTube. So everyone just sit back, relax, chillax. It's going to be quite a ride. As you know, these streams are typically pretty long, maybe like 2 to 3 hours. I don't know exactly how long it's going to be, but we're going to be here a while. So let's just go ahead and sit back and just chillax for a little bit. Hopefully we get some people to come in pretty soon. Looks like the only one watching is really me, but let's go ahead and go over what we have missed. Or not necessarily what you've missed, but let's go over what is going on. Of course, if you're joining us just now, we did a couple of fight cards last time out. I think 3 or 4. So last time we did this one, I believe, and then our attendance just kept growing. And it led to this one right here. So SRFC 13 was our last fight card. Jigliotti beating Njokwani in the main event. Our highest attendance of 510. We just keep on making money. We just keep on getting more popular. 148,000. We only started out with 50, so almost $100,000 in the positive as far as when we've started. So that's great. We want to keep on making money. And since we've been making some money, and since we'll continue to make money based on the fight cards that we have scheduled right now, we decided to make some splashes. So let's go over those splashes. Danilo Villafort, Sarah Patterson, low-level regional. She was for the lightweight division. She's a signing for the lightweight division. Couldn't get Vinny Malgaius. Tyler Voth. Let's see. Mid-level regional. Like it. Couldn't get Sharon Jordan. Look at that. Ricardo Lamas. Low-level national. How much did we sign him for? $7,400. Signing for $7,400. Love it. Got Ricardo Lamas. He'll definitely be a boost in our company. Neil Magny signed. That's great. Low-level national. He'll definitely be a boost. Matt Bassett. Low-level regional. Not too impressive. Luis Smolka. A name in the UFC. High-level regional. $3,300. That seems like a very good deal for someone of his stature. Couple of bids not going right. Jordan Espinoza. UFC reject. Daniel Spawn. I think he's low-level regional. Yeah. Just go over the big one. CB Dalloway. Signing for SRFC. Taking his talents to the gymnasium of Shadow Ridge High School. Let's do it. And Elizabeth Phillips signing. Low-level regional, but another woman fighter nonetheless. Some big names signing, and a couple more big names more than likely are going to sign. Take a look here. David Branch, Ben Rothwell, Thomas Almeida, John Dodson, Eubanks, McMahon, Jorgensen, Gray Maynard. Still a couple of names that we can potentially sign up. Let's see if we can book up anybody else here before we head on to our first fight card. Yes, sir. Potential main events. Daniel Spitz. Let's go ahead and make this one. Kevin Casey. We got some fighters for him as well. Let's go. This looks like an even fight. Go ahead and run this one. Lolohea Mahe. Strong main event, it says. Love to see that. Let's go. Getting more popular. Able to put on some better events down the line. Super awesome. Danilo Villafort. Let's not use him just yet. But someone like Kasangane, we definitely can use. Let's go ahead and run Kasangane on here. Hopefully get him a win to start out his SRFC career. Nathan Coy. A couple more names. This guy's on a winning streak. 1-0 in the UFC, or in the UFC, in SRFC, I should say. Let's go ahead and give Nathan Coy this guy. And then one more, and then this whole card is booked. Frankie Perez already fighting twice. This would be his third fight in SRFC. We'll not do that. We'll go ahead and give him Ousmane Thomas Diagne. All right. Move on to the next one. Is there anyone for Tiffany Van Soest? Sarah McLeod. Yes! Let's do it. And Tiffany Van Soest is favored. That is really important. Strong main event. So who's McLeod faced? She's already fought twice. Lost to Vidonic and then beat Stephanie Frausto. Let's do it. Tiffany Van Soest. Her first fight here for SRFC. Ariel Beck, no one for her. Jason Fisher. Let's go and do this one. Looks like a good, strong main event, as it says. Alex Soto. No one for him. Full camp, full camp. Let's go ahead and run this one. Beafort versus Wright? Not just yet. He's on $3,000 pay. So we do want to have him. And we do want to have Wright fight as well, just not each other. Because I think we still want to beat, we want to build up Wright. Let's see, Keon Caldwell. Definitely want to have him get a fight in. And of course, we're going to have more, you know, fight cards down the line. Probably one every week, it would seem. So let's, SRFC 22, let's set that up. Friday, yeah, let's stick to one a week. Because this is October, August, September. Let's do the Sunday. Sunday, week 1 of October. In Arizona, of course. And then we'll move a bunch of these back. And we'll see if we can make any other fights here for the 21st edition. Something like Frankie Perez versus Ozzy Dugulubov. Go ahead and run this. Bassett versus Rofi. Let's go and run Bassett versus Rofi. Howell versus Haney. Both coming off a loss here in SRFC. taking on Caldwell on 21. So that's 8 fights right there. And then 4 more to put on. I don't think we even have 4 more fighters. Right? Charles Brown, Julia Adelino. Adelino coming off a win over Jan Finney. Charles Dingo Brown. 45 years of age, still going strong. Alright, so still got a lot more things to do there. Show's already set up. Main event for this one, Manny Vasquez and Brandon Hempelman. But again, the main events don't necessarily matter too much right now, at least not until we get a little bit more popular. Our only, not our only champion, but our only defending champion so far, Cristiano Sosa. Mid-level regional, 3-0 in SRFC because at the tournament, SRFC 8, he won the tournament, therefore winning the welterweight title. And he's defending against Michael Graves at SRFC 18. Sosa versus Graves. I'll call it. Alright, let's see here. Everything's set up, essentially, so we can go ahead and get started. First fight card of this stream. I just uploaded the UFC 253? 253, I think. Adesanya versus Costa. Check that out if you haven't already done so. Alright, SRFC 14. First fight, Adam the Great White Shark Kessler going up against Todd Reber. Todd Reber gets the win via Kimura in round number 1. He goes 1-0, and he's delighted to win in his MMA debut. Mike Joy taking on Daryl the Saint Horcher, and Daryl the Saint Horcher wins via knockout in round number 1. And he's happy to have won in his SRFC debut. Gaston Reno taking on Horacio the Punisher Gutierrez. And Reno wins via unanimous decision. A decent fight. He'd like to fight Chris Mickle next. Carl Badwater Somanu Tafa taking on Josh the Juggernaut Appelt. 15-7 taking on 10-9. And Josh Appelt wins via knockout in round 2. And he shows a lot of respect for Carl. Up next, Devin Clark taking on Tyler King. Devin Clark having fought in the UFC before. And he gets the win via submission in round number 3. Hector Urbina taking on Andrew Sniper Todd Hunter. And Urbina gets the win via unanimous decision, rated as a great fight. And he praises Todd Hunter for his skill. Co-main event time. Chase Sherman taking on Josh the Hammer Burns. Sherman, of course, a fighter in the UFC, and he gets the win via knockout in round number 1. 57 seconds. Celebrates his debut victory. And the main event now. Brandon Hot Rod Hempelman taking on Manny Vasquez in the bantamweight division. Vasquez also a Bellator fighter. No fights as of yet in this save. Hempelman. His only fight a loss to Mike Easton at King of the Cage. And Brandon Hempelman gets the win, a minute 30 into round number 1 in our first main event. Kind of an upset, in my opinion, over Manny Vasquez, who in my other UFC save, not this UFC save that I'm doing now, but the one that I did in the past, Manny Vasquez ends up becoming like top 15. Our highest attendance yet, 579 in attendance in Shadow Ridge High School. Loading up the gymnasium. Pretty sure we're going to have to, get some more seats to fill up in the gym, or, move to maybe like a JUCO gym or something like that. 72 critical rating, 36 commercial rating. Popularity increased in a couple places, but decreased in some others. Let's take a look. So fight of the night is going to go to, let's give it to Urbina and Todd Hunter. And then let's see here. Sherman performance bonus and Hempelman performance bonus. Well done. Profit of $37,000. Love to see it. Top money getter, Devin Clark. Still making some money, still, increasing our popularity. All right, so our first fight card of the stream taken care of. I don't know if this next one is on Sunday of this week or if it's on the next Friday. We'll go ahead and check it out. Of course, we'll update our rankings, take a look at who we need to re-sign, things of that nature. Name of the game right now is staying patient, running these fight cards, letting them do their thing, getting more popular, getting more money, making 1 or 2 big signings at a time. The thing is, now that I have a couple of low-level national people, I don't necessarily need to use them right now. What I can do is I can book them, quote-unquote, to fight and just keep delaying their fight so that way no other company books them. Kind of cheating is a system, but it works. Woo! Okay, some more things to talk about. John Dodson signs. Jaleel Willis signs. I did not think he would sign. Okay. Mid-level regional. Looks like a good prospect. Kyle Stewart signs. Eubank signs. Kelleher signs. Almeida signs. Steven Seiler signs. Sarah McMahon signs. Let's go. We're taking it home to Shadow Ridge. Dean White signs. Is this a regen fighter? It is. A low-level national regen. Okay. Marcus Brimage signs. David Branch signs. Ben Rothwell signs. Low-level national. Woo! Alright, Josh Appelt needs to be re-signed. 1-1, coming off a win. More than happy to do that. No bonus, though. Got to stay cheap, Got to stay as cheap as possible, so that way you can, save up money. The long game is what I'm playing here. Josh Burns needs to be re-signed. Are we going to re-sign him? 1-1, 9-11. See, we're getting to the point where we can afford to, you know, reject guys or release guys. So I'm not going to release Burns. I'm probably just going to let his contract run out. Rico Rodriguez, we can't get him. 4 shows remaining with Facebook. All right, so where are we at as far as popularity? 29.8. So once we hit 33, we're mid-level regional. And once we get to mid-level regional, that's when things really start getting cooking. And we're only maybe like 2 shows away from that. Okay. So let's take a look at the rankings. Ben Rothwell, of course, is our #1 heavyweight. Devin Clark, #1 light heavyweight. David Branch, CB Dalloway. Neil Magny and Kyle Stewart instantly are #2 and 3 welterweights. The guy we're having fight for the title, Michael Graves, #9. Yikes. Maybe we should rethink that. Kyle Stewart's immediately ready to book, too. I mean, we're going to run with it. Sosa's favored anyways, so... Who's Danielle Taylor fighting? Ashley Yoder? So I think we're going to have Vadonic, who's on a 2-fight winning streak. She's going to fight whoever wins from that Taylor and Yoder fight, probably, for the title. Eubanks, McMahon, Canuto, Phillips, Samaro, Adelino. Bantamweight gets a big increase. Featherweight does too. Bassett, Seiler, Mickle, Lamas. Crazy. We're growing. We're growing. Getting some big names in. And we still have, well, Bryce Meredith. That's the only one, really. Friday of week 3, so we got quite a ways until our next fight. Let's see, just to make sure that will this one be able to go up to 15? Yes. Okay, and then we can move this one back to 16. Because 16 has a decent main event, right? Yeah. Mid-level regional. Alright, cool. Cool. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and sum up to Friday, week 3. But I think we're going to simulate just in maybe like a couple of days. And see, actually, we can book some people now. Let's go and do this one. All right. flyweight, no. Do Terrion Ware. This guy's on a winning streak. He's got to win, so. Danilo Villafort. High level regional fight. Let's go and do it. Jordan Wright versus Jamie Yeager. We'll run this one. Adelino versus McMahon. I don't know about that. That's a little much for her right now. What can we do with McMahon? Probably Eubanks, right? But when is she back? It's 35 days. Or Canuto, somebody else other than her. 29 days. So yeah, we can have McMahon take on somebody else. Just not Adelino. I mean, will she do it? Yeah, dangerously overmatched. It can't even happen. Brown versus Rothwell. It can apparently happen. Low-level national. But we're not going to run that. Okay, so Rothwell. Kyle Stewart. Move this back to 22. Then we'll move the Wright Yeager fight to 21. And that's 8 fights right there. And so Friday, week 2 of October. SRFC 23. Sarah McMahon. Whites versus Alvarez. Whites is heavily favored. It'd be low-level national, too. Rinaldi versus Cuts. We're gonna run that. Move that to 21. Move this one over to 23. Move this to 23. Move Ben Rothwell to 23. And this one moved to 22. Almeida. Alright, that's everyone for right now. Six days. So yeah, about a week. we'll see what's cooking in a week. So once we get to this next fight card, we should obviously we're gonna check to see who else can be booked, because I'm sure it'll be a few people at the very least. Move on to our next card. Which is in 2 weeks, so we're gonna have to simulate another week after the fact. Look at Tom Lawler. Of course, now Tom Lawler is a pro wrestler. Speaking of pro wrestling, I might look to get into TEW at some point. Not sure when, but I might look into buying it and seeing what kind of mods are out there. TEW is a game that's way... I mean, WMMA 5 is kind of tedious, but TEW is super tedious. Like, takes like hours to book one card, you know, like one show. I might do something simple like New Japan or something like that. Or maybe like a local to global thing where I don't have to worry too much about, you know, all the big names and everything like that. But apparently local to globals are like really hard in 2020. Which is rather unfortunate because that's what a lot of people are going to, you know, look to do. All right, so we are here Saturday, week 2. Let's see what we can get done. Oh, no. And we have had a couple people booked for fights, including Kyle Dawkins, who's coming off a win, so that's not good. And Seth Dykin, that's not good. So, okay. We'll have to make do without him. Bryce Meredith signed, that's pretty cool. UFC's running a show tonight, so we might see some releases based off of that. Okay. So 22, Ariel Beck. Do we have anybody for you? No. Adelino? No. So got a couple people here for Dingo. Jeff Hughes, Kyle Stewart, Jaleel Willis, let's run this one. Let's go ahead and give Bryce Meredith his debut. Ben Rothwell versus Ryan Martinez. Or Chase Sherman. Who did Martinez beat? Chase Gormley? Who did Sherman beat? Josh Burns. Let's run with Martinez. Should we make that for the title too? Malice taking on Thomas Almeida. It's Adelino to 23. And back to 23. Let's move this one. And we'll move the Almeida fights to 22. Alright, so it's 4 more fights to book up here. Boknovic versus Berzin. Looks good. Johnson versus Kessler. Let's do it. Luque versus Holbrook. Luque versus Rosales. Luque versus Holbrook would basically be a #1 contenders fight. Strong main event, as you can see. Sabatini versus Gomez. Friday, week 3 of October. Benjamin Giddens. Tim Elliott versus Russell Doan. Sabatini versus Mercado. Mason Gonzalez. Already fought twice here in SRFC. Larry Crow. And then that's it. Move this one to 23. Move this one to 23. Oh, still one more. Move that, move the Chris Cully fight. 23. Okay. So everyone's booked up who can. Let's see, absences. When are people back? 14 days. 7 days. 1 day, Kalen Hill. 6 days. So I saw 1 day. So let's just move forward 1 day and get Kalen Hill booked up. And also we can check the UFC, see if they cut anybody. Hope you guys are all enjoying your Sunday afternoon. After I'm done streaming here, I might go work out. Not 100% sure though. I streamed earlier when I was supposed to be at EOS Fitness, so let's see if I can reserve anything for later tonight. Because you got to reserve your workout, quote unquote. All right. Move forward just one day. Does UFC cut anybody? Cormier beat Overeem. That's interesting. Alia Quinta contract status. Can we go after him? We could. Who are the other offers from? UFC, Bellator. Nah, we're not even going to try. I was going to offer him some big money, but let's not. Michael Johnson could be interesting. Mid-level national. He wants some big money. Yeah, Quinta was also mid-level national, wasn't he? Low-level national. I wonder if he would take like 9500. No. Okay. Lorenz Larkin. That's interesting. High-level regional. Better offer from who? Bellator. About 5K. No. You're fine. Beck Rawlings? Isn't she from Australia, though? Yeah. Giagos? Hawthorne, California, low-level national. Pick him up. Ooh, no bonus. Carl Roberson cut. James Mulheron cut. He's from England, so we wouldn't even be able to sign him. Carl Roberson, though. One of the two offers. Who's the other offer? LFA, who are offering him a bonus. What about for 15? But no bonus. Right. I'm sure LFA will come in with something better and he'll sign. Ryan Shenawatra, who are you? From Thailand? Brian Kamazi? Matt Schnell? $800 a fight? That's even better. Hell yeah. Get in here. All right, so let's see. Anything for Chris Cully? Ooh, so we do have something here for Liz McCarthy. Lanchana Green. Let's go ahead and give her to her. Oh, hold up. So then Chris Coley will move this one back. And then this one to 23. Anything for Biddens? Terrence Mitchell. I mean, it's not super ideal. 1-0 versus 12-3. Jason Gonzalez, but I mean, it'll have to do, right? Larry Crow, Kalen Hill. Looks good. This guy's 2-0 in SRFC. Looking good. Got a win at 3, got a win at 13. We're now looking to get one at 24. Sarah McMahon, nothing for her. Adelino won't be anything for her. Ariel Beck, nothing for her. Can she fight at strawweight? Not quite. She won't be able to make it. Katie Howard probably can make flyweight, right? Yeah, let's do that. So not Ariel Beck. Katie Howard. Not flyweight. There we go. Chris Coley, nothing for him. Anybody else that can be booked? No. Okay. $12 days, 14 days, 14 days, 26 days, 6 days, 5 days. So 5 days. So I'm seeing 5 days. Like 5 and 6 days. So I'll go 5 days. Yeah, 5 days. Alright, almost to our next card. In about a week's time. Hope you guys are enjoying. Pretty, chill, relaxed stream. Kind of just sit back and, book fights, run through these fight cards, get as popular as possible as we make our run here, local to global, Shadow Ridge Fighting Championships. Hope you guys are enjoying your Sunday afternoon. Again, I uploaded a video earlier today, UFC 253, Adesanya versus Costa. That's on my UFC save, so go check that out if you haven't done so already. Of course, this is a little bit more of a chill stream, just kind of going through the motions, getting more popular, making as much money as possible, so we can, go up against the UFC in the near future. And we will do it. We will overtake them at some points. Big part of that is just, remaining profitable and not, getting too ahead of ourselves. So we can't really sign anybody who's like $30,000, $40,000, because those are the profits that we typically make, I think our biggest signing so far is like Ben Rothwell, who we signed for like 8,000. So if he wins, that's 16,000, and that would cut like half of our profits right there. So, but again, if we keep drawing more people, to the fights, then we'll obviously be making more money at the gate. Just can't get too ahead of ourselves.
Love is an incredible thing, and we don't know love like we should. That's love.
All right, cool. So here we are. SRFC 15 is tonight. Let's see what we've got going on here. First, a lot of mail. No one's been booked, which is a good sign. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at our matchmaking then. Looks to be good here. Horcher versus Gonzalez. Anyone for McMahon? No, not yet. Adelino, obviously no. Chris Cully, maybe? Yep. Coming off a win is Matt Muncy. Go ahead and set this one up. And then one more fight here. Who's the most popular? Chase Sherman? Let's get Brandon Hempelman out there, bantamweight. Number 15 versus number 12? Or number 10? Let's do this one, number 10. Austin Lyons and Hempelman. Alright. Alright, Sunday of week 3 of October. SRFC 25. Alright, so we'll move this one in the Adelino fight to 25. And then add two more fights here. Right? Yeah, 2 more fights. No females yet. Alright, so Sherman versus Dan Charles. No, not this one then. Urbina? Okay, well, we can go ahead and do this. Both are coming off wins. Reno versus Santiago. We can run that as well. And that's 8 fights booked up there. Both are coming off wins. Looks to be a good fight. 40 years old is Jared Sanders. Loeffler versus Walden. Potential main event. Why not? I feel like we should do Sherman versus someone a little different. Dan Charles the same. Chris Bennett's, get him scheduled. Week 4 of October. SRFC 26. Alright, looks like just Darren Cooley. On Facebook. Card orders already set up. Let's go ahead and get things started then, huh? SRFC 15. Show taking place in Arizona, more specifically the Shadow Ridge High School Gymnasium. First fight between Hector Rollins and Vincent Duckett, and Duckett gets the win in a very poor fight. He wants Elias Garcia, as it'd be fun to kick his ass for money. Alright. Rock and Dan Barta taking on Maximilian Carlock. And Carlock, weird name, but okay, gets the win. Beksad Abdurakhmanov taking on JC Cottrell, and Cottrell gets the win via submission, handing Abdurakhmanov his first loss of his career, and he would like to fight Carrington Banks. Pretty ambitious call out. Mike the Truth Jackson taking on Steve the Creepy Weasel Montgomery. And the Creepy Weasel gets the win via unanimous decision. Your Majesty Angela Magana taking on Melissa Supermelli Martinez. And Magana gets the win via submission in round number 1. And she likes to fight Badonic next. And Badonic looks like she's set up for a title shot in the near future. Andy the Crasian Nguyen taking on Emily Ducote. And Ducote gets the win via TKO in round number 3. Celebrates the win. Co-main event up next. Alton Cunningham taking on Brian the Predator Rogers in the light heavyweight division. And Brian Rogers wins via TKO in round number 1. Happy to cap off his SRFC debut with a win. Main event time, Cody Griffin taking on Patrick, Beast of the East Walsh. Massachusetts-born Walsh, 9-2 versus 9-3. Patrick Walsh wins via unanimous decision. Happy to have won his SRFC debut. Attendance of 567, critical rating 72, commercial rating 37. Popularity increases all around the board. See, great fights. We'll go ahead and give that one to Cottrell and Abdurakhmanov. Performance bonus for Rogers and a performance bonus for Magana. Profit of 38,000. Doing good, making some money. You love to see it. All right. Now, is there a fight card on this Sunday, or are we gonna have to move? I think it's it's another week in advance. But once we get out of this, I think there's more people that we can book. I think running 2 fight cards a weekend, every other weekend, might be the move, just to keep things rolling along. Don't necessarily need to even book up prelims for a while. All right. So Friday, week 4, so it is in a week or so. Giagos, Kamazi, and Robertson all signing. That's awesome. So now let's see if any of these guys can be booked. McMahon? No. Adelino? No. Sherman? Vernon Lewis? I mean, at this point, just find him somebody to fight, right? So let's just give him Vernon Lewis, eh? Dan Charles, no. Ricky Laguerre Jr., no. Chris Bennett. Brian Kelleher. Let's do this one, Brian Kelleher. Darren Cooley, Marcus Brimage, or Cody Gibson. Let's do, Cody Gibson. A lot of lightweights. A lot of featherweights. Any women? No, no women. So Brimage. Let's take a look at all those lightweights first of all. Let's do it by ranking. O'Brien versus Pfister. That looks good. Let's do that. Osborne versus Mazzani. Go ahead and do that. Or boy, Andrew Osborne. And then Brett Martinez versus Thomas Gifford. Coming off a loss. Both are coming off losses to Osborne, actually. So that's makes for a nice fight. Alright, so 4 fights there. 1, 2, 3, 4 fights there. Okay. So move these 2 to 26. Move this one to 25. And move these 2 back to 26. And then move these up to 25. Looks good. 4 more fights to book. Steven Seiler. Marcus Brimage. Alright, that's it. Okay, decent main event, this one. Already have that set up. Already have that one set up. We already have this one set up. Let's extend our contract with Facebook. Once we get to mid-level regional, we should have a couple more options as far as media. So where's our... and we might reach it after our next show. That's awesome. So after our next show, we might be at mid-level regional already. Alright, let me check and see when I should return. 6 days, 6 days, 6 days. Six days, 7 days, 6 days, 6 days. 1 day, Dan Moret. I'm just gonna go the 6 days. I don't mind if Dan Moret gets booked up. He's not all that important. Alright, let's go ahead and move forward. So since I think this last fight card that we're doing is probably going to get us to mid-level regional, I'll more than likely stop there. That'll be a really good place to, stop off. And I will be very happy indeed, getting to mid-level regional. Of course, we're not content with just that. We're going to want to get to high-level regional, then ultimately low-level national, mid-level national, etc., etc. Once we get to like low-level national, though, it's going to be hard to get better without obviously making like big signings. That's where, exclusive contracts are going to be really important. And we're going to kind of need to outprice ourselves in some situations, because we're going to really need to hold on to some key players, take away some big guys from Bellator, from UFC. Once we can, reach out, go to the international market as well. There's our boy Daniel Madrid that we were talking about a couple episodes ago. All right, cool. We're at Wednesday, and I think that's because of the Facebook negotiations. 6 cards is plenty, because we're probably gonna have some more people to approach in a little bit. So no. So let's see what mid-level regional would get us. Access TV, Bleacher Report Live. Not sure I like that though. Subscription based. Cox Sports Television. That would be really good. Max Company's 3, so we need to do that rather quickly. Can't go onto Zone, sadly. Eversport TV, don't necessarily want to do that. Fight TV, we could do pay-per-views. The Fight Network in Canada. We would have to be low-level national in Canada, though. UFC Fight Pass. So it looks like the move might be Cox Sports Television? Cox Sports Television looks like the move. But we got to do it quickly because only 3 companies can be with them. Can't be on DAZN, which would have probably been nice, very nice. High level national, high level national. Eversport TV. So yeah, Cox Sports Television is definitely the move. So hopefully we can make that happen. Carl Robertson signed with LFA, that's fine. Okay, so I think it was another 2 days, right? Let's see, can anybody sign now? Or not sign, but can anyone be booked to fight now? No one for McMahon as usual. No one for Adelino. Dan Charles? Nope. Vinicius de Jesus? Go ahead, run that. No. So yeah, Dan Moret at featherweight is the only one. Okay, one more fight to book there, that's fine. And I think it's 2 days now, right? Yeah, 2 days. Alright, so once again, this next fight card we do might be the last one of the stream just because we're probably going to hit mid-level regional. And that'd be a good point to stop off on. Especially considering I'm hungry. It's gonna be nice though once we get to like running 2 fight cards a weekend, like regularly. We'll be able to you know, simulate obviously like it is right now, but we'll have a lot more things to talk about. Alright, here we are on fight night. Set up on Facebook already. Order of the card is set up. Just everyone's booked up already. Oh well. Do we even have a women's lightweight division? Hold up. No. My God, this whole time has this... no. Yep. I wonder if she's ready to fight too, or if some of these girls are ready to be booked. Oh, whoops. Yeah, I don't have a child organization. That was almost bad. This girl beats Sarah Kaufman? Okay. See, this girl's ready to be booked. Brittany Elkin. Just my my dumb head forgetting to book, or not book this, but just set this up really. Can she really not fight at lightweight? Are you serious? Apparently she can't. Well, it sucks because I'm gonna have to cut her then. And we should be able to book some of those girls as well right now. Okay, so Sarah McMahon. Ooh, Jan Finney. That's somebody at least. F it. Dan Charles. Go ahead and book that. Steven Seiler, no one yet. Marcus Brimage. Nope. Dan Moret. Nope. Who else we got? Zach Rosol. Tyler King. Alright, ad show here for Sunday, week 4 of October. SRFC 27. Adelino immediately will be moved back. Carl Roberson. Downing versus Carroll. Could put this one back at 27. CJ Keith coming off a loss at SRFC 9. Jamie Gresham coming off a win at 6. Yep, women's lightweight has some people to be booked. So does strawweight, Jenny Frey. Elkin versus Brents? Or Elkin versus Atherton? Or maybe Atherton versus Brents. Looks like a closer fight. Yeah, we'll go and do this one. All good there. On Facebook, cards already set up the way I want it. This should get us to mid-level regional. And I am excited. So let's do it. In Arizona, of course, Shadow Ridge High School Gymnasium, specifically SRFC, proudly presents the 16th edition of Shadow Ridge Fighting Championships. Our first fight includes Mike Bernhard as he takes on Leo Bercier, and Mike Bernhard gets the win, improving to 10-5. He would like to fight Larry Crow next. Matt Muramuto taking on Todd Moore in the lightweight division, and Todd Moore gets the win, improving to 17-8. Josh the Bearcat Tyler taking on Nate the Snake Andrews, 16-4 versus 9-6, and Josh Tyler gets the win, improving to 10-6. Joe Gianetti taking on Richard Padishnock, New Jersey versus Massachusetts. Gianetti heavy favorite, and he gets the win via unanimous decision. Diego Saraiva heavily favored against Joe Pearson, and he gets the win via submission due to an armbar. A good fight, improves to 23-21-1. And he's happy to cap off his SRFC debut with a win. Andrew Salas at 4-2 taking on Tristan Thomason, and Thomason gets the win round 1 due to an armbar. 11-6 now, and he's happy that he won his SRFC debut. Christine Stanley taking on Miranda Maverick. We are building up Miranda Maverick, so hopefully she does win. And she does. TKO via round number 2. Love to see that. The whole package. Charismatic talker, looks to match real superstar quality. Howard Sidewinder Gravely taking on Andre Arrowwood in our main events. 1-0 is Andre Arrowwood. He won at SRFC 6. Gravely making his pro debut. And Andre Arrowwood gets the win via submission due to a guillotine at 151 of round number 2 in what was a great fight. Arrowwood thanks his sponsors and his fight team. And that was SRFC 16, our top attendance so far, 638, a gate of 42,000, critical rating 76, commercial rating 38. Increases everywhere. Is that enough for mid-level regional? It might be. Fight of the night goes to Arrowwood and Gravely. Performance bonus goes to, let's see here, Josh Tyler. Tristan Thomason. Woo, look at that. Profit of 42,000. Highest paid is Tristan Thomason at 2,100. Let's see if we get mid-level regional. As always, thank you guys for joining me, whether you're watching on the stream or whether you're watching on the archive on YouTube. I do appreciate it. I love just being able to, share my progress in these game saves with you guys. Shadow Ridge Fighting Championships will one day rule the world of MMA. That I can promise you. Alright, here we are. SRFC rise in size to mid-level regional. Alright, so you got a lot of people that were released from LFA. It looks like they released their entire, what is that? Flyweight division maybe? So who else was in that flyweight division that maybe we can snag? So first things first, let's go to the media section. Approachable, yes. Alright, let's see here. Pay-per-views we're not going to do. Cox Sports Television and Axis TV. We really only need to keep getting popular in America, so let's go ahead and run with Cox Sports Television. Now, I'm surprised that we can't sign with UFC Fight Pass. Why is that? Owned by UFC. Can we not? As they are owned by a different organization? Okay. Fair enough. They can sign other places, but that makes no sense. Maybe it's because they're American-based. Okay, but big thing is, we got Cox Sports Television. Advertising revenue model, which means we will also make more money based on revenue. And then if we really wanted to, we can do Fight TV pay-per-views. Maybe for like big names that we get. I won't do that just yet. It's always there if I need to get to it. Alright, and so let me check. Oh, it should be in the news section, shouldn't it? About the cuts from LFA. LFA closed weight class, their women's bantamweight weight class. Sarah Patterson was cut from SRFC. What? Oh yeah, I did cut her. Whoops. Curtis Blades failed a drug test. Uh-oh. Women's bantamweight. Okay, so let's take a look at these news and see if there's any one that we want to sign that we can sign. Natan Schulte? He's in Brazil, though. Can we? Who can we sign now? What? So we can sign... So what about like a Russian? Okay. Who are either based in America, Canada, or Mexico. Got it. But Natan Schulte we can get. I mean, 300. Let's go after Natan Schulte. Jeremy Kennedy. Mid-level regional, basically everywhere. Wait. He's based in Asia. What the F? Okay. Michael Martinek, Miranda Maverick released. Shadow Ridge Fighting Championships Rise. As many know, here at Blurcat, we have a patented rating system that allows us to assign a size designation to each and every MMA company. Using data like attendances and the number of online searches, each organization gets to give an accurate depiction of where they sit in the MMA landscape. After their recent successes, we are pleased to upgrade Shadow Ridge Fighting Championships to mid-level regional and hope that their rise continues long into the future. Number 22, list of richest MMA company, currently ranked as the number 16 MMA organization in the world. Currently has funds of $229,000. 12 weight classes. 337 fighters under contract. Most popular fighters: CB Dollaway, Ben Rothwell, John Dodson, Thomas Almeida, Neil Magny, Ricardo Lamas, David Branch, Dean Whites, who we just signed, and who's a regen fighter too, Steven Seiler, and Sarah McMahon. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So we've turned $50,000 into around $230,000, and now we're at mid-level regional. It's looking good. It's looking very good. Josie Storts, we already have her, right? She's coming back in a day. Deanna Bennett. Robert Watley. 13-4, potentially main eventing. Better offer. Yeah, it's fine. Haley Cowan, 4-2. No other company? Let's do this. Christine Stanley, Christine Marks, Isaac Valley Flag. No, don't need her. Darren Costa. No. Cheyenne Vise. Ariel Beck. We already have her. Alright, cool. So that's basically everybody that we can sign. Alright. So the next time that I see you guys, it will be for 17. Ooh, 18, but that's a 2-week gap. That sucks. And then from then on, it's weekly. Yeah, so 17, that 2-week gap. And then we'll probably go up until SRFC 20. So, yeah, SRFC 20. So, a good 4 fight cards in our next stream. As we now make our way towards high-level regional. And to get that, we would... 39. It wasn't even close. And so now for that, we're going to need to get to 66. So that's going to take quite some time. But nothing is impossible. Super excited for that opportunity. So let's just keep on trucking. AZPlow21 is the channel name. Thank you guys for watching, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching on the replay. I always appreciate you guys. Be sure to like and subscribe. Be sure to click on the bell on the page so that way you guys get notifications whenever my videos are uploaded. I appreciate you guys as always. Have a lovely day. Mid-level regional.